If you are considering taking on the backlog burning, the deadline is August 9th. That's your last chance to get in touch with me and let me know that you've successfully completed a backlog burn. And basically what that means is you do 4 weeks. I think that's 28 days. Is that the math on that? 4 weeks where you do not spend any money on entertainment for yourself. And you can interpret it however you want. It's very loosey-goosey, and it's all on the honor system. And if you do that, then your name will be celebrated in a video on the Christian Geek Central YouTube channel, and you'll also get to choose your choice of one free download product from spiritblade.com. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that. If you haven't started your backlog burn yet, check your calendar. Again, your deadline to let me know that you have completed yours is August 9th. So take a look at your calendar and have fun. christiangeekcentral.com. So do you want to tell the story about me taking the picture of you while you were crying?
Do I remember that story?
Or is that kind of like a summary enough?
You should tell me this story.
You don't remember that? I was a cruel older brother. This would have been when I was in junior high. And you were, and Corinne's 5 years younger than me, so she would have been in like mid-elementary probably. Mm-hmm. Probably like third, probably about Asher's age. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. I'm a sick, sick man. You know, Mom and Dad would leave sometimes, and apparently I was enough to be in charge while they were gone. Wake up. This might have started out as one of those wrestling things where, you know, sometimes she would say she's up for wrestling, you know, kind of rough play and stuff, and you know, it always ended in tears for her, and so I think, pretty frequently say, no, you're going to cry, no, I won't, and we do it, and then she ends up crying.
This is sounding more familiar.
But this time I don't know what I was thinking.
I think you wanted to take a picture of me so that you could then say, see, it ended in crying last night.
Or you look weird when you cry or something like that, or I don't know.
Maybe that.
I don't know, but some sick urge in me decided I wanted to take a picture of her while she was crying, and she didn't want that, of course. But I pinned her to the floor, and I had a camera. It didn't have any film in it, I don't think. But I took a picture. I did everything I could to take a picture of her while she was crying. And she said, "You're going to be a mass murderer when you grow up."
Oh, did I say that?
Yes. She through tears, she said, "You're going to be a mass murderer when you grow up." And I got to tell you, there were days following that, and even in that moment, where I was like,
Am I sick enough?
Yeah, is this how it starts? Is this how it starts? And so I had concerns about myself.
That's sad.
It's sad what I did. That's what's disturbing to me. You were right to assume that could be a very strong possibility.
Well, this wasn't the story I was going to tell.
Okay.
But to highlight your eventual maturity.
When is that going to happen?
No, I can't remember if you were in high school or college, and I was in junior high-ish, and I got so mad at you, and I don't even remember why. And there was a pile of tennis balls by me. I don't know why, again.
A what of tennis balls?
A pile of tennis balls. There was probably like 4 or 5 of them. And I just picked them up, and one by one, I chucked them at you as hard as I could.
Were we in the house?
Yes.
The Princess Drive house?
No. The 1815.
Okay.
So I was in the dining room, and you were sitting on the couch watching TV. And I just picked them up, and one after the other, I chucked them at you. And I remember you looking at me, and you just looked at me really calm, and you said, "I really think that you should go maybe and sit in your room and think about why you just did that."
How old were we?
That's what I was saying. I think you were either high school or college, and I was in junior high.
Wow. That sounds like me trying to be mature and thinking I'm mature.
No, but the more fun story that I was going to tell, Pater was in 6th grade, and I was in 1st grade, and I had a birthday party, and I got a bunch of Barbies for my birthday, and Pater made fun of me in front of my friends. He made fun of me for liking Barbies.
At your party?
Yeah.
Oh, what a
and
jerk!
I was turning 7.
Oh,
So
jeez.
of course I liked Barbies.
Not cool, Pater. Oh
Well,
my gosh, I'm sorry.
unbeknownst to me, our parents, their solution, which was brilliant actually.
It was so just.
They made Pater play Barbies with me. What was it, like 3 different times you had to play for like
Maybe.
an hour at a time or something?
I don't know how
was
long it was,
crazy.
but
And I mean, I just thought he was doing it because he liked playing Barbies with me.
yeah, I wasn't allowed to tell her that it was a
Yeah.
punishment.
And so then,
Oh, you're gonna make me cry thinking about this. I seriously am sad thinking about that.
well, but then it totally came back to bite you in the butt because there was a day that we were walking home from school and there was these 6th grade girls that would walk with us. And they liked me because I was your little sister and they thought I was cute. And so they would talk to me while walking with us home.
I remember this. This sounds
And
familiar.
I wanted to tell them a secret because I wanted them to like me more. And so I said, my brother plays Barbies with me. And so then
And they were more my
all-
age?
Yeah.
Oh,
so then they all
jeez.
made fun of Pater.
Ugh.
And
That's
then
not cool.
Mom and Dad told me, well, he was only playing with them because we made him. So you really shouldn't tell people that he enjoyed playing Barbies with you.
Francisco says retribution Barbie.
Yeah. Have you ever shared on all your stuff about Dad's tricks at Christmas time?
Yes, I did. We did. I think it was last year. I did a Christian Geek Central Christmas special. I think that's the story.
Did
that
you
was...
talk about us and our little Santa game?
Oh, and how we would tell each other what we were getting?
Yeah. I just remember I got upset. How did that happen? You were going to get a drum set, the air drum set.
And I ended up not even really liking that so much. I played with it for a week or so. It left it alone, and then got it out again, and it broke 3 months later.
Isn't that how most toys are, though?
But you know what? I think that was all. I think it might have also been the year that they bought me Hero Quest, and I didn't know that game existed. I didn't. So I'm wondering if like that drum thing was actually a really cheap toy, and they had budgeted more for me, and so they bought
So they
Hero
bought
Quest.
you Hero Quest without you wanting it?
Yes, I'd never heard of that game. Mom just found it and thought, oh, Peter would like this. And so they gave it a
Really?
try. And that, by far, more than any Christmas present they've ever given me, has had the most staying power. I've got the most enjoyment out of that. I still have
It
it,
was
play
life-changing.
it with the boys. It was freaking life-changing.
That's
Yes, that's
interesting.
right. In fact, it's possible that, in part, the name Spirit Blade came from that game.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for...
You're supposed to be playing.
I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I was looking for another way to say the sword of the Spirit from Ephesians, and the phrase Spirit Blade popped in. Am I leaning? Okay. Popped into my head, and I think in part it might have popped into my head because there's a artifact, a special weapon in Hero Quest called the Spirit Blade.
Wow.
Don't worry, they're all Nazis. Okay, let's be clear. I'm not saying that we should have no feelings about killing people that are Nazis, okay?
Peter shared him and Holly's courtship story. What did you think about their dating? Did you know they would get married? I remember I had been in Latvia
That's right, you're
For
on
a
a
few weeks.
short-term mission trip.
and you had been in Israel and our dog had just died.
And
There's a lot going on that
arguably
summer.
I killed it, according to my older sister.
I have a picture actually, I think, of you
Oh, crap! Nazis!
when I got home. You have a phone in your hand. And you were
Oh.
on the phone with Holly.
Holly, you still have that picture, don't you?
Yeah, and I remember my welcome home Corinne moment was he's on the phone with a girl. And that simple fact alone
Yeah.
said to me, wow, this means something.
Yeah.
I think as soon as she moved out, I knew that you guys were going to get married. But I remember I always really liked Holly. I was never concerned about it in any way. You know, I see other people and when they find out they're getting a new in-law, it can be scary. And I never was worried about who you picked.
That's cool. Oh my gosh, he's coming right for me.
He's not moving very fast.
That's probably because I'm playing on easy.
Oh, that's right. It's like, man, they're really slow. Not
Yeah, this is so much for that master race crap. Oh, I'm stressed out. Have either of you seen Kung Fury? I have not. The last time I think Corinne would have ended up seeing a movie like that this probably would have been when I was in college and we stayed up late watching like Mystery Science. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Holy crap. Did that get you?
Nope. You are so jumpy.
It's when I have these headphones on, it makes it so much worse because it's so much more present. Gosh. He's gonna jump up here any second, scare me again. Oh my gosh! Oh, run! Run! How's the run? Where's the run button?
Hey, do you ever wake up your kids when you do this?
Oh, okay, I gotta go. Jump! Jump! How do I? Oh my gosh, he's coming. What do I do? Corinne! Oh yeah, I gotta cut this thing. Cut! Did cut? Through. Oh my gosh. See, the danger of playing a game that's this intense, this early, is that I'm burning all this energy. Way too early. I gotta just rest for a minute.
You make playing games sound so difficult.
Man. It's scary with the headphones on. You don't understand.
Do you ever remember Mom and Dad like setting alarms for us for how long we could play video games or no?
I don't think so.
I remember certain days that you would go in the laundry room and shut the door and I would not see you for hours. And then I would have to like go get something in the garage and I would open that little door and it stank so bad in that room. And you had
probably before I was showering regularly.
Had your feet with your socks up on the washer and dryer.
Oh, gross.
And I just, it was terrible.
I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was hours that you were in there.
It's probably when I discovered role-playing games.
Yeah.
I remember when I was playing Final Fantasy. Did you ever play Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo?
I never played any of the Final Fantasy.
Okay. I was playing Final Fantasy 3. When I finished that game, it had these big, long kind of cut. You know what I mean by cutscene?
Yeah.
You know, at the end, and I finally finished the game. I'd been playing it for. I knew this was going to be the moment that I finally finished it. And the final cutscene, I'd finished the last boss. I was watching the cutscene, and you couldn't pause those.
Right.
And Pastor Paul called to ask me about something. I think it was like singing at a.
Why did you answer?
To sing at a funeral or something. Like, Dad answered the phone, and he said, Pastor Paul's on the phone for you, you know. And I was like, can I call him back? Can you tell him I'll call him back? And Dad was having none of that. But he was like, you are not going to call him back. You are going to talk to him right now. I mean, he was like doing his silent eye bulging.
He had his hand over the phone.
Yes, he was like,
you were going to talk to him. Like when we were little and he would lean over.
Yeah. And like pinch a little bit of our skin and just very silently say, you know, you are going to do this right now, you know.
I do that with my kids now.
I've done it too. Yeah. Yep. So I had to watch the whole ending of that game talking to Pastor Paul on the phone about whatever it was he wanted me to do, dividing my attention, be like, yeah, you know, watching this game, trying to take him.
I'm surprised Dad didn't just go and turn it off.
I did go back and play the ending again so I could watch it without being distracted, but that was horrible. Oh, it's on! Stabby! Zap! Break!
Are they dead?
No, I don't think so.
Are they getting up and running away? What do they do when you release them?
I don't know.
Look at them.
I'm just supposed to release them. They're prisoners.
Look at them. See what they're doing.
I don't want to look.
I want to see.
They might come. The bad guys might be coming. The Nazis could be coming.
Do you need to get their masks off?
I don't know. I'm just freeing them right now because the instructions told me to. How do I...
Do you know what you're doing, or do you just press buttons when you get up to them?
What? Why are you asking me questions right now? I obviously don't know what I'm doing. 8:45. Feels more like 11:45. This is definitely the most tired I've been this early on, and And for the longest stretch, this one hasn't been as fun for me as the last two. I think the lesson that I learned this time is better to overdose a bit on sleep aids the night before and have a really rough morning of fighting through NyQuil than to have a restless night the night before.
I am terrible
Yeah.
about reading classics. Like,
Did you-
I want to enjoy classics because, especially because every writer out there enjoys classics, and they're always like, "Oh, of course, it was amazing."
Yeah.
Took me like 8 years to read that book because it was so slow for me.
Yeah.
I just can't appreciate it.
Did you ever read Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Oh
So-
my gosh, I couldn't do it. I could not do
But you
it.
know what's interesting is that I really liked The Hobbit. I read The Hobbit and really liked it. But it was shorter. It wasn't as intense.
Yeah, The Hobbit, yeah. Well, and from what I understand, what I've heard from Tolkien nerds is that was actually written in a different way. It was written more as a children's book.
So I liked that one. And then when I started reading The Lord of the Rings, and it was like the first, I don't remember how long, and I realized this is all just like background info to set up the story. It was painful. So I ended up actually listening to it.
Wait, say that again?
When I started reading Lord of the Rings, like the very beginning was
Yeah.
all like set up info.
Oh,
like
yes.
background info. And I'm like,
Oh
when
my
does the story
gosh,
start?
yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I supposed to read this part, or is this just for like people who are really into it, or what's going on here?
Yeah.
That was really hard for me to get into it for that reason alone. And so I ended up listening to them in audiobooks. But even that was bad. I listened to that. This was back when we lived in Queen Creek, and I had 45-minute commute to work. And I would listen to it on my commute.
Okay.
When you're driving at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, and he's
it-
talking about the doorknobs of Hobbiton.
And it's, you know,
I'm not sure what the Spring Agape Geek Out will be yet. Maybe you can help me brainstorm that. Not right now. I don't have any brain power for brainstorming. Just enough to storm Nazi strongholds. All right, see that little turn of the phrase that I did there?
I wasn't really
Brainstorming.
listening.
I don't think I need that. What are you looking at me weird for? I see you out of the corner of my eye.
I'm wondering if people hear how loud you're chewing, or if that's
You know
just
what?
because I'm here and I can hear it.
I'm just trying to survive right now. You don't ask a man who's trying to survive.
Mom wanted to know what I was bringing for Thanksgiving. And John's like, why don't we bring 7-layer salad? And I was like, no.
That's Christmas.
That's Christmas.
That is Christmas. We don't.
And he didn't quite get that. But then he was like, I really enjoy listening to your brother chew 7-layer salad. So, what?
I
He's
want.
like-
That's.
He's like, there's just an interesting way that he chews it.
Oh, man.
He's like, it's a unique sound I never hear any other time of year.
I'm going to remember that for Christmas time. John, you can sit next to me. It's okay. He's my friend.
How late does Francisco usually stay up with you for this?
There's no usual for.
Yes, we do like watching movies. We've kind of been alternating between watching Office episodes because Peter's never seen them all.
Oh, when we hang out.
And then a movie.
What did-
we usually end up talking for like a half hour to an hour, depending on what's going on, before we get a movie started.
This is the first time Francisco's watching Extra Life.
Oh, me too.
Man, I'm bad at aiming things.
Yeah, I don't really cross over into Peter's Geek Central world very much.
Christian Geek Central.
Yeah. Do you play like this when people aren't watching you?
I'm less loud. I'm a little less loud, but I still do talk out loud. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
And I don't talk out loud as much either because it's just not as present when I it's not as intense when I don't have headphones on. You don't understand.
And why don't you play with headphones on all the time?
I don't want to play with headphones. It's too intense.
Is that why you have started running? Because you think about,
My own mortality?
yep, and wanting to be there for your kids and grandkids.
No, it's vanity. I mean, I think that's probably a part of it, but honestly, it's I wish I could say it was more noble, but a lot of it is vanity. That's the more like long-term concern, you know what I mean? Like the more immediate one is, well, I'd like to not be quite so flabby. Can we open up these? Stabby, stabby.
That startled me.
Oh, how do I do the grenade? There we go. Oh no, look out, buddy.
Did you throw it to your friend? It's funny how 67 sounded so old when we were younger. And now that our parents have hit that age, it doesn't sound as old.
Yeah, I don't think of them as very old, but I suppose with everybody it just kind of sneaks up on you as your parents age.
That's one of the reasons that I am interested in going back to get my nurse practitioner license.
And so you're thinking about like helping mom and dad?
As they get older, I want to be more aware of any diagnoses, any medications they're on.
Oh.
And that way then I would feel like I could help them.
Oh, dogs! Jeez Louise! Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, I know we were having a moment there.
I'm a nice nurse, yes. I think you meant a NICU nurse.
I don't know, from the reports I hear, I don't know if Corinne's a nice nurse.
I'm a labor and delivery nurse.
Didn't they start coming up behind us when I go? Oh!
When Holly goes to bed, do you shut the door so that you?
I do at least shut the door. Yes. Yes. What? Where? Oh! Hey! Do we go out here? No, I don't remember. Oh! I always get stressed out. Any swimming in games stresses me out.
I remember that. Even in Mario Brothers.
Yes. Like I've got another game that I was playing that has sharks in the water. Freaky. Why were you doing this?
I don't know.
Like, did you have a question? Something didn't make sense?
No, I was in the middle of... What did I say before that?
I might have to go potty first.
Did you say potty before you had kids?
I don't think so. Now we're trying to switch over to number 1 and number 2 so that we and they can talk about it. No, so we and they can talk about it without saying pee or poopy.
Garrison likes to take a long time to go poop.
Oh, I think you told me that once.
And whenever we're in like a public place and I go in, he likes me to come in the stall with him and just stand there and talk to him. When else in your life do you talk to another human being while they're pooping?
Yeah. Especially funny when they're talking and then they start grunting while they're talking to you.
And they don't break eye contact.
Yeah.
They're just still looking right at you.
That's right.
And you feel like you should be looking away.
Yeah.
Francisco, do you just sit and watch this? Or are you doing something else?
She's like, surely you must be doing something other than watching my brother.
No judgment here. Just wondering.
Thank you so much, Corinne. Mm-hmm. I'm taking a potty break, but I'm not putting the potty break sign up because I'll just forget to take it down when I get back.